Good morning, Child Welfare and Adult Protection. It's Thursday, August 10th. I hope everybody is doing well. Looking forward to the weekend. I need to bring up the topic of our remote work policy that was sent out last week and clarify some things and talk about some expectations moving forward. Now, before I get into that, I want to let everybody know that I am always open for conversations and any concerns that you may have, and I ask that you bring those directly to me so that we have a centralized location to discuss about any of the expectations that I'm about to talk about. So first and foremost, going back to the remote work policy that was brought down for our agency that actually came from the county. The main piece of it is that we are now going to be expected to work in the office at least 2 days a week. So if you look at the policy, it says no more than 3 days of remote work are allowed unless you are willing to give up your space. And at this point, we've made a decision not to give up our space, not to give up our cubes, not to give up our offices, which means in order to follow the policy, we need to be in the office for the most part 2 days a week. My ask and our expectation is that we try to do that on the same couple of days a week in order to maximize teaming, maximize building relationships, maximize allowing our new workers to build an even bigger support network. And we are hoping that we can do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, if your teams are already coming in 2+ days a week and you guys already have a routine, that's fine. I don't believe we have too many teams that are doing that. So in order to be in compliance with the policy, we need to be in the office 2 days a week. I'd also like to point out our leadership team right now is in a minimum of 3 days a week. We are also moving all of our leadership meetings to in person starting in September. These expectations are not to go into effect until October, which gives some time for some additional planning. I want to make it clear also in the policy, it has new workers in 5 days a week, and that's a division director discretion. And we already have an expectation for new workers to be in 4 days a week, and we're going to hold to that. So new workers can remain at 4 days a week per previous guidance. Now, I have already heard some concerns, and the one that we are going to keep a very strong eye on is people doing virtual meetings. And if we have more people up here than we have had in the last couple of years, that it could be a distraction. And we are going to keep a very strong eye on that. And I'm going to need some feedback on that so that we can start talking about what that might look like in regards to lots of virtual meetings. One example that can be an exception to this is if you've got training that's virtual all day long and it's on a Tuesday or Thursday, we still want you to be able to stay home and do that training. That's an all-day thing. You're not really going to be available to meet with other people on the floor or to help other people on the floor, which again is another byproduct of being on the floor, is that peer-to-peer work. Newer workers able to learn from older workers, newer workers being able to make relationships with supervisors not in their discipline, and different things like that. So that is it in a nutshell, folks. Again, 2 days a week in office. We are going to work hard to try to make those same 2 days to maximize being on the floor together, and those 2 days are going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you have concerns, questions, comments, if you like this, I'm very, very open and would like to hear from you. We know that there's going to be some ups and downs with this, and we will flex and adapt like we always have in order to make sure that things are still running smoothly. So that's going to be it for me this morning, folks. Again, questions, comments, and concerns about this remote work policy, please direct it to me. Any other questions, concerns, comments, please continue to reach out to your supervisor, manager, or myself. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week, and we'll see you around the corner. Bye-bye.